Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to map 2 of Epsilon versus Classic Mix-Up in this upper bracket semi-final. This is going to be map 2 after Mix-Up took the first map against Epsilon, a massive 5-0 against the reigning champions. Complete surprise, turn up for the books, however you want to phrase it. But this second map is going to be Gullywash, notoriously famous. Epsilon, a good map for them, as we are actually going to go live here. So Ryushi, why don't you take us to middle here for this first map? Epsilon really need to turn it on if they want to survive in this upper bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Ali. We are going forward. They're coming at Ward straight in from Big Door here. He's going to try and get some early damage down onto Platinum, and he does actually hit the first sticky, but so does Platinum. Both of them connecting. Mixup have got the high ground up there, but Mike jumps up. He's going to see if he can do a lot of damage here. No, he's just going to get sort of denied and surf away, but Bash comes in from behind. Can he see if he can get one? Mixup have backed out. 3 players out through choke, and now Seagull's going to go down, but he does kill War before he goes down, and now Epsilon, they get 2 from that, 3 from that. Bash tech, they're coming in. Harblu's running away, and Enigma is also going down. Everyone's just died. Harblu manages to get away, but I don't know for how long. They're chasing him pretty hard. No, he is away though. So that's going to be a second point for Epsilon as well, as they've already got players here, and a lot different. That's, I think, their proper first significant middle win in this match so far, because they sort of won one middle last match, but barely.
Yeah, incredible by Bash. He really turned it on, ran up to the top there with 30 HP, 1v1 to 100 HP TLR, and then 180 kill the weak Squid. Incredible play. He's really going to carry his team forward here, but Mike once again throwing away his life. As the Uber comes in play, they just pile drive their scout and demo forward. The Uber's going to come out from Harblu, of course, managed to survive as War tries to trap out Seagull. The Seagull's going to survive. The rest of Epsilon are going to be quite trapped in the moment. War and Kyle are both going down. They managed to get out Nox along with Tech and Bash, but Mix-Up have got the player advantage here, and they should just come forward and manage to cap off the second. Will Epsilon go for the back cap is the quick question. We've got Bash hiding in the lower lobby, and he's just gone into lower lobby, but he's surely been seen by TLR, and Seagull on last is going to be able to easily hold off. TLR comes back as well to try and help. And the rest of Epsilon, though, they've come forward and they left the Mix-Up team left Enigma out to dry there as they went back to the back cap. And Epsilon looked like they want to hold this, but Mike gets completely smashed by TLR. And TLR comes forward, he's trying to get the pick onto Nox. War cleans him up though, nice stickies there. Nox survives on 20 HP, but I think we're gonna see Seagull coming in again. Once more onto Nox. Seagull jumps around, Nox completely duking Seagull there. Dummy's going down to the lower ground, but then comes back up. Seagull jumps around the wrong way. Nice play from Nox there, and this should be a second point to be contested by Epsilon.
Yeah, there's only 3 up because Platinum and Tech were fighting on last as the second point was being capped, and they both took each other out. So again, Mix-Up have no demo. Enigma's on 5 HP. Surely he's going to go down. But in comes Harblu and Squid. They're getting aggressive onto Nox. Nox has got his Uber. He's holding onto it for so long. It finally gets popped out. But Harblu's in such a dangerous position. Is he going to go down? He manages to surf away onto last. Seagull gets taken out though. TLR is down to 9 HP.
Squid's still behind. I'm not sure if they've seen him, but luckily they managed to go up for the Riverside roller. If they'd gone main, he might have been able to get the double meat shot back onto Nox. They're rocking the heavy here. Enigma is going to try and deny as much damage as possible, but Mike's going to jump straight onto the point, draw that heavy down to the lower ground. If War can get some damage on now, oh, he gets a nice pipe there on the Platinum, going to take him down. They should be able to come back in here. War needs to hit some big damage. He gets another pipe on the Squid. Tech comes in and gets Harblu. They should definitely have this now. Epsilon take their first round of this upper bracket semi-final. 9 in the first map, but they picked up the 1-0 victory here, and hopefully they can continue this on in the second round.
Yeah, absolutely. War doing some huge damage onto that last point. Seagull jumped him, he didn't care. He's still putting out that damage. He's going for the choke rollout this time. So let's see what he's going to be able to do. See if he's going to be able to get Platinum. He does take the first sticky from Platinum though, and he's actually taking a lot of damage. He jumps down onto the lower ground, and Epsilon, they've all sort of met up with each other onto this lower ground, and they're sort of swarming over the point, trying to see if they can get a position. Tech comes in from behind, he's going to take down Platinum. Platinum's down, he's going to take down Squid. Tech on 62 HP, he backs out. Mixup have lost 2.
Here comes Seagull though, he takes down Nox, jumps in. Nox on already weak on 8 HP. Seagull bomb completely unsighted, but War does well enough to take down both soldiers from Mix-Up, and it's just going to be Enigma running away with Harblu. Harblu surviving now at 90%, so they're going to be able to push back out. Nox went up down, of course. Nice play by Seagull. Mike's going to come and have a peek forward, but doesn't want fancy his chances with Enigma. Enigma, though, does fancy his chances with Mike, and he's going to push forward, but Mike calls his boys, and the Epsilon guys arrive just in time. They're going to have to hold back here, though, because the Harblu Uber is going to be lethal if they take it into a fight with Epsilon.
Yeah, absolutely. Mix-Up, they're pushing forward with that strength of the Uber. They're going to take second point here. Kyler just escaping with 13 health over on the flanks. Epsilon, they've got Tech watching choke, but not much else. And now Mix-Up, they're rotating through to big doors. They want to come in with this Uber. It's a crit screeg up for Nox, but he's only on 50%. They can't even get the drop onto Harblu with it. And Harblu might even get away with doing this for free. Mike's in pretty deep. He's underneath the point right now, meeting up with Tech. Both soldiers could go for a bomb. They're coming straight in. Completely denied. Oh, wow.
Oh, that synchronization in comms as well. Down, the complete denial. I think it was an air shot there coming up from TLR, I imagine, and the scout again down. They completely get wrecked. Both Epsilon soldiers not spawning for another 5 seconds here, and Mix-Up just have the numbers that they can make their way through choke. I think War must have some stickies up top. He's peeking a bit too far. He could get easily jumped, and the crits comes out. He takes the drop on Harblue. Just Platinum left alive at the moment, but we completely forgot about that crits as Enigma's going to go in for the flank. But really nice from War there. Hits first sticky prime position, took down Harblue. It's just going to be Squid left in on top of the point now. But nice rocket from Tech, straight above his head. Takes him down, and Epsilon now with the crits advantage, 30%. Harblue's only just spawned. They should be able to push forward and take middle. Oh, but Seagull's hiding. Have you seen a Seagull?
Yeah, he's hiding. Mix-Up over on the other side of the point. Seagull's going to be taken down there. He gets spotted out. Water, pops him down with a couple of sticks. Epsilon now rushing forward onto this point. The scouts pressuring out Mix-Up from that choke roll. And Epsilon are just going to cap it out and keep pushing. They've got 60% crits advantage. And the War's already in big doors with Tech and Nox. Maybe they're a little bit of a swap around here. Tech seems to be playing a little bit more pocket role than he was last time. Mike roaming a little bit more. Mike and Kyler are going to be going down though. But the crits comes out once again. Huge damage. Squid's going to be going down. No one else though. Mix-Up dodging that crit streak pretty easily. And there's a back cap coming in from Enigma. TLR and Platinum are jumping in onto Nox. They're trying to find him. TLR goes down though. Platinum and Seagull sitting on top of this second point, dueling with Bash. Bash on 40 HP. He's going to go down. They cap out middle from a back cap from Enigma. And they just back out.
Yeah, Squid was on the back cap, and Nox just actually went down, dropped down, and managed to juke him entirely. Could have been so much worse for Epsilon there had Nox not managed to get out. Uber's now going to be equal in terms of percentages, but Nox still, of course, on that crit streak, still hasn't died. That was really unlucky there for Epsilon. Their flank completely collapsed. Both Mike and Kyler, I think it was, that went down on the flank. They just completely got destroyed there by Platinum, and it looks like Epsilon are going to want to push in, but they haven't built quick enough. They're only, 10% ahead. And War, he's been so far superb with the crits, but he's going to need to hit another Wonder Sticky if he wants to take down Harblue before he gets to this Uber.
Yeah, they're looking to peek in through big door. Can he find the,
Look at Harblue's
the angle?
It's so good. No. He's right in that corner house. He's nowhere near going to take a crit sticky. The rest of Mix-Up are calling that they're in and they're peeking, but now Harblue's got 100%. They can push forward right into them, and if they Uber here, they have Ubered here. If they get right into Nox's face, then he's going to go down really quickly. Nox just about getting out, but they might lose War. War just survived, but surely the rest of Epsilon are going to get cleaned up behind. They lose both their scouts. Mike's just surviving up top, and Tech is just about to go down behind. I imagine he's 45 HP, going to be taken down by Seagull. That's right, and Mix-Up are just going to have the numbers there. They're going to be able to take second as the crits just about comes back out. They managed to, but War Sticky just gets caught on the side of a house. He would have taken down a scout and a medic, but Mike comes in, takes the crits onto his hands and gets 2 frags. Then still got the Harblue and still hasn't taken as much damage. Nice rocket from Mike, but Seagull's going to come in and lay down the hurt. He's going to have to jump away there as Kyler is just putting down too much damage there. And now War comes in, takes a bit of focus, but we've got another Sharp DM fight here, but I can't see it getting any other ways apart from, I was gonna say Mix-Up, but that jump in from Seagull was a fatal error as Kyler got the frag and Bash just ran forward and took down Platinum. They're gonna be able to hold off choke for now, but Harblue does have that Uber advantage, and he's gonna be getting close to Uber, and Uber versus crit streak is gonna be fatal for Epsilon.
Yeah, they need to switch off this crit streak. Nox is not doing his team any favors by running it, and they're in such a defensive position as well. Mix-Up, they're looking to come in through big. In fact, they're already in. They're in lower lobby. They're going to come around behind Epsilon. If Epsilon are not careful, they could be in so much danger here. They have been called, though. Bash has found them out. The Uber comes in, and Epsilon escaping back onto middle. They've popped the crits, but it's not finding anyone at the moment. Nox escaping on 38 HP. He finally goes down, but TLR and Enigma are also going down. Mix-Up, they're down to 3 players. War's down as well. A huge wipe. Harblue even taking the final frag onto War. Epsilon get wiped. They've got 1 up to defend last, and Mix-Up just capped second.
Yeah, it looks like it might be coming to 1-0 here. Yeah, again, fail play. Not really didn't have an opportunity to switch off that crits, of course. He just didn't die. It wasn't a case of him respawning with it the whole time. But that was really unlucky and a nice play by Mix-Up. They knew exactly what to do once they had Uber. They pushed him behind, and then Epsilon had no choice just to go forward, and then they got sandwiched by the whole Mix-Up team. Epsilon trying to hold forward a bit here, trying to get a couple of frags to slow Mix-Up down. Seagull going awfully low, down to 20 HP. He's going to get another rocket shot in, but managed to just about juke it, and Kyler gets taken down, trying to get too greedy for that frag. Epsilon just going to be in top lobby, but they have to back off here, and yeah, they're going all the way back to last. their Uber charge is about 20 or so percent behind Harblue, who looks like he just wants to push on the button. The red top lobby just about going to hit it in the next 2 seconds. Still 10 seconds roughly for Nox. He's going to have to kite this for so long as the heavy from Kyler is going to do a good job, and he just about survives the initial push as well. If they get onto point quickly, there's going to be nothing Epsilon can do, but Epsilon respond really well. That point's not going to get capped. Enigma, the Uber finally gets popped off by Nox. Nice work from Epsilon there to kite the whole Uber and survive and not lose any players before that happened. I can see Squid hiding in lobby right now, but surely he's going to get checked. Yeah, War's seen him. War hits the first sticky. Nice work by War. I'm not sure where Squid's gone. He's going to run out up top, and he might just survive here. But, yeah, good check by Epsilon. They really didn't want to get back up there.
Yeah, well, they're going to be able to get a second point unless Mix-Up are really aggressive through that big door. No, War's stuck them out. They're not coming in. Platinum and Squid are up at choke, but Squid maybe even get caught out. No, he just manages to escape with his life on 11 HP. Enigma runs in, but he's going to just give up his life to a height advantage for Mike. And now Epsilon are rushing in through big doors. They might even be able to catch out some players here. They find TLR somewhere, but Tech goes down. And now Mix-Up, they're all on the low ground, just trying to fight Epsilon. And it's working, seems to be so far. Mike's gone down. War goes down as well. Epsilon, they overcommitted a little bit too much there. And now they're in a dangerous position. They're coming back in with the double scout Uber, trying to find as many players as possible. He drops Bash and Kyler.
And he just suicides. Yeah, probably right play there. There was no way he was getting out of that. Mike went in to try and get an extra rock on Harblue, but he went down, and then War got caught out as well. This is just really unlucky at the moment for Epsilon. They have the right ideas, but the aim is just not coming through. They need to play more KG, more like Mix-Up played in the first map. They took no risks with their pushes forward, and when they got the advantages, they used them really well. And the Uber's going to come out. That Heavy's going to do nothing. 3 frags already. It's just War underneath the point here, but he's not going to be able to get much done. If they clean up Mike too, War gets cleaned up by Enigma underneath the point. Just Nox alive. He's going to be dancing around in the spawn as Mix-Up going to equalize this 1 round all.
Yeah, if we go forward onto our next middle, I'm disappointed that we're only on the second stream because we could have had some mumble comms. I want to see what Epsilon are feeling right now, you know? They went 1-0 up, but it's such a shame we're on the second stream. I don't think we're quite able to do it unless Atmo can.
He's shrugging his shoulders. We might see that for a future middle. But for now, we're just going to see Epsilon coming across this point. They need more aggression here, and they get it. Tech takes down TLR in a few seconds. Seagull jumping onto the point, but all of Epsilon are so weak, and they're all clumped up in one spot. Tech counter jumps Seagull. There's going to be no aggression coming from him now, but Platinum's trying to make his way back in. As he uses crits, is that? No, he's just got a very shiny gun, and he takes down Nox as he gets juggled in. The rest of Epsilon move forward and take down Platinum and Harblue, the combo right behind him, but it looks like Mix-Up might actually win this despite losing their medic and demo. They're just going to have the raw power of the 2 scouts and Seagull up on that point. TLR just spawning now is going to come into the fray too, but Kyler's left alive on 27 HP, stuck in that drop down. He's going to get taken down, and that's another mid for Mix-Up.
Yeah, they're coming strong. They're coming on strong. This is, I don't know. I'm worried for Epsi here. The scores are only 1-1 at the moment, but they're backed out. They're playing scared. They're sitting in that lobby. They haven't got a particularly good hold onto the second point. Now they're starting to come out. Now they're starting to find those positions and sit there. But if Mix-Up had been quick, they could have pushed him straight away and caught Epsi unawares, and it just wouldn't have been good. I mean, Nox does have a 10% disadvantage, so if Mix-Up are quick, they can push super aggressively onto him. But from what we've seen in Mix-Up, they won't. They'll wait, and they'll wait for Epsi to make the mistake. And the way it's been going so far, Epsi might make the mistake.
Yeah, they definitely haven't been playing to the best of their ability. They're definitely not playing like the world champions from last year. They're just playing so cagey, and I don't think Harblue even realized he had the advantage. They were sitting back on their side of mid, just waiting for any bomb that might come their way. They're only slowly moving towards choke now. It's going to slowly pressure that in. Their pushes so far from mid to second have been pretty good, and Epsilon just look like they're just going to step back. They've gotten tired of throwing their players away and losing these fights. They're just going to sit a choke with their Uber advantages. The bomb comes in from Seagull. He goes high up in the sky and gets completely destroyed in the air by Tech. Mike's going to go down so low in exchange, trying to hit the shots too. But I think they should push off this now once they've got healed up. That was a really nice shot there from Tech.
Yeah, now I think they might try and push off this player advantage. I mean, both Ubers are up, and if they're looking for a trade, this could be a chance for them to go. But both teams just posturing each other through this choke area, and they're both just sort of playing a little bit passively. They don't want to make the mistake. Mike maybe looking to go in. No. It's just sort of sat there, just looking around the corner. They're both peeking. The flanks, again, it's Bash and Tech versus Enigma and Seagull. And Kyler's just dancing around, ready to help wherever he's needed to be. And both teams, again, I mean, just 1-1 at the moment.
Mike tries to use his equalizer to try and take down a sticky, just as they get dead. So he takes the bonus damage and flies about a mile up in to the sky, goes down to about 100 health. I don't think Mix-Up entirely realised, otherwise that would have been a good point for them to work on. As the Uber comes through choke here, a 1-for-1 exchange. TLR trying to go behind, and he takes down War far too close to choke there. Mike trying to peek too far as well. Might get taken around here. His Uber is so much better for Mix-Up. TLR just showing Mike up horribly in the pocket fight. Bash will take down Squid on the flank, but it's just not going to be enough to override this horrific advantage that Mix-Up are having from playing so well with their combo. Platinum goes down as well, but I mean, they've still got that dominant 2 soldiers up on the point. With the higher ground, there's nothing that Epsilon can do. Bash is going to come out. He's got that soldier down to 52 HP, but Seagull's just going to jump behind. And War, actually, nice damage from War. He backs off Seagull. Really bad position for them. They turned it around solidly. I don't know if they know Seagull is still behind. He's in the lobby. Kyler's surely going to see him right now. Yeah, Kyler's going to get onto him. It's going to be interesting 1v1 here. He's just 40 HP, but Kyler calls Bash, and together they take him down. And Uber's the ones going to equal though. Neither medic died in that, so we're just going to have the same stalemate position, still 1-all. Epsilon not taking it as cagely as they did the first map. Epsilon taking it as cagely as Mix-Up did the first map, playing with a lot more calm and control. Don't want to throw it away, but Bash once again runs into a sticky trap, but they do force the Uber out from Harblue. Nox still holding on to his, but they've got a really bad position at the moment. It's Nox and War on the floor. He's going to try and save Mike, who's 60 HP, but nice rockets from takes down both soldiers and the medic. Just the medic and Seagull there. And there's just a couple of players from Mix-Up left on the middle there, Squid. But this is the time. Epsilon, there's that first big advantage here. They've capped middle and they're moving forward, and it's just 2 players left alive. Enigma on Sniper, where is he? He's in that spawn. He's aiming a big door. Mike trying to shut him down instantly. He misses his first shot, and this should be the first time Epsilon are going to cap second point since that first round.
Yeah, they're looking strong. That was a good mid-fight for them. They got in the right positions and they got the damage down. And now with this 40% advantage, they can push straight onto the middle, onto last. Sorry, I wonder where they're going to go. They're looking to build as quickly as possible. Tech's already peeking in through that left-hand side and trying to find out where those players are. There's no significant off-cards except from an engineer up for Enigma, and that sentry's over on the left-hand side. Enigma's coming straight, the Epsilon's coming straight in with a double scout Uber, but it's against the sentry. The sentry just blasting them back. The Uber's completely wasted, and Kyler's just gone down, as is Bash. Tech's underneath. He's maybe going to get caught out by a jumping forward Seagull. Yeah, Tech's going to go down as well, so that's a 3-4 for 1. I don't know where Mike went down, but he's down as well.
Yeah, I really don't know what that push was from Epsilon. They rushed their 2 scouts in main, but it looked like they then diverted them into the sneaky, the sort of darkened passageway underneath. I'm not sure what they were trying to achieve there. Maybe they thought there was a demo or a medic there, but they really didn't get anything done. And now Mix-Up is just going to push out into the second. They pop their Uber, take down Mike in the process, maybe get Bash in this big door if they push forward quickly enough. Nox is going to have his though 50%, and they take down Harblue with a big headshot from Tech coming out. He's going to be dead in that lobby, and Epsilon now with a 60% advantage. They could push off the bat, but their pushes off the bat haven't been so strong so far. They should just wait for the super advantage. Big switch up the Sniper from Tech is worked really well for them, and Mix-Up are going to need to make the play here.
I think they can go now. They're 95%. They need to go because Harbley's just got up. He started healing, but he's only buff TLR at the moment. All of Mix-Up are in the same position. If they get a good Uber in, it could do so much damage. Tech's going to be the first to die, but so does Enigma immediately fall afterwards. The Uber's faded now, and TLR's going to be going down as well. Mix-Up, they're trying to kite the Uber as long as possible. Now they're starting to get players onto the point for Epsilon. Seagull jumps in. He's doing a hell of a lot of damage. Knocks him back.
But War comes in and cleans up. We see 2-1 here for Epsilon. Such a long fight. War was on 10 HP for so much of the fight. Eventually got healed, came back and helps his 2 scouts on the point. Great work from either scouts to get into that position anyway. There's a medic fight going on as well on that point. Nox v Harblue, but eventually we're going to see Epsilon cleaning up, taking this middle 2-1. We got about 12 minutes left remaining. Still time for this map to go either way, but Epsilon hopefully going to be able to bring this to a third map. Such a difficult game though for them. I don't think they were expecting it to be this hard.
Yeah, some huge aggression out of both scouts, but Enigma's going to be the first to die on this middle. And now Epsilon, they've got some good plays. Bash coming in behind. He's getting onto Harblue. Harblue's down to 9 HP. Surely he's going to go down. Yeah, Bash pistols him down. Epsilon, they're cleaning up everyone. Platinum and Squid, the only ones left alive. Squid are running away on 56 HP. I don't know where Platinum is. I think he got away though.
He's still in the middle point as well, actually. He's trying to go in. He gets some good damage onto Kyler, but he's surely going to go down. He's 20 HP. He does go down in the end underneath, and it's just going to be Squid running away. Enigma's already switched up to Engineer, ready for that last hold. Harblue, of course, went down, so they're going to have the Uber disadvantage, expecting to be in that last hold position. I'm not sure. Yeah, he's already setting that sentry up on last. The rest of his team is holding forward in the lower lobby, maybe trying to get a pick, but it looks like in the end they've got the call such that they've got that NG back on last already. They may as well stick where their numbers are at. Now the pressure is on Epsilon to make use of this massive advantage and give themselves a 2-point cushion.
Well, they should know that there's going to be a sentry up. Is it in the same position as it was last time? It is, so it's going to be coming in through that launch pad area. Trying to do as much damage. Harblu's going to be the first to die, and that means no heals on last for Mix-Up, but that sentry's still up, and it's still going to be doing a ton of damage to everyone. Mix-Up have lost 2, but is it going to be enough when that sentry is still up? War's trying to do as much damage to it.
There's no one there to stop him. However good the sentry is, the rest of the Mix-Up players were just too far forward, trying to pressure back the combo. I think it was TLR and Seagull, yeah, the 2 soldiers were the ones left alive at the end. And now Epsilon with another quick round, the last round lasted about 20 minutes. With one quick round, they're going to take it to 3-1. That was about a minute, I think, and now we're going to see enough of a cushion such they should be able to play a bit more like themselves, with a bit more confidence like the champions they are. And yeah, that scouts from last middle, the ones that really made it work for Epsilon. This time Mike coming bombing in, doing the roaming wall, but picks up Harblu instantly. Seagull going down too. There's going to be no big blank play coming in from Mix-Up, as Enigma's the only player stuck in under. Squid's going to get on eventually, and Mike cleans up. This is the Epsilon we know. Come on, guys, you can push this through.
Yeah, absolutely. They're doing fantastic work now. Some huge bombs by Mike, starting to hit those shots. And as soon as Harblu and Seagull went down, the rest of the Mix-Up just backed straight out. The 2 scouts were stuck. They couldn't get out, but TLR and Platinum, they were away. They were back on last. They knew they needed to be up to defend. And Epsilon, where are they going to go? I mean, we've seen them pushing through Launchpad. We've seen them pushing through Shutter. Where are they coming this time? It looks like they're coming in from the left-hand side. Mike looks to get aggressive. He sees the building sentry. He knows where it is now. The Uber's going to come in. Mike jumps in on the sentry. He's going to take that down. No, he's going to go for Platinum instead. And the point is just going to get capped by Kyler. Seagull bombs into
so close. That cap is so close. And the scouts are just going to come up from the back of the point. Really good distraction by the heavies. And they're just going to cap it straight out there. Really nice play, like from Nox, I think, because Mike, of course, went in early and he got completely denied by the rest of the Mix-Up team. Nox just captures him and he jumps onto Platinum, who was too far forward, trying to pick off Mike. And really nice play there. They just cleaned up from there. Their last pushes have massively improved since that first initial fail push with the scouts. But we're going to see another middle here as Mix-Up need to show some aggression. They come forward right into that choke. They're going to pick up Bash. That's going to be the first kill of them in. As Tech come flying in, tries to get something done. Harblu takes about 10 damage though. Rocket's going over, but Epsilon have got the composure now. They know when they need to back out. They're just going to be like 2 of them left alive now, I think. Mike trying to back off. I think Nox should just leave Mike now. He's going to go down here. Squid's on the chase onto Nox. Nox trying to go for the Ubersaw, but Squid cleans up. And now the time is for Mix-Up to push back in. It looks like Kyler's just alive. And he's going to go and try and block middle, actually. He's been spotted. It's him versus Enigma, but Enigma's just going to clean up, and Squid's going to come back to help. He's down to 3 HP, and Kyler will eventually go down. We've got 100% charge for Harblu, and now this is time to Mix-Up, where they really need to push back in. Oh, the headshot from Tech! Completely drops the Uber. He's still going to survive, actually, all the way from Riverside, dances away. The big plays from Tech so far. That's twice now he's dropped Harblu. Incredible plays from the French sniper. And then Epsilon is going to push straight out. They know that Mix-Up don't have heals. There's a sticky trap there. Is War going to see it? Is War going to see it? Oh, I think they're going to play it safe now, but oh, incredible plays from Tech there.
Yeah, really saving them that round as well. I mean, Harblu, like, Nox wasn't even up yet when Harblu dropped, so, like, that is a huge, huge role reversal right there. Seagull's going to be going to first down in this sort of fight. Bash is now trapped out behind, and Kyler as well, so Epsilon lose both scouts, and they're going to have to back up to last with this. A nice play by Mix-Up to come back in now that they've got their heals back up. Nox is on a 50% advantage, so they're not looking to push too far in, even though they don't have, even though they know that FC have no scouts. I say that, maybe TLR is going to jump in, he's going to get aggressive, he's going to take down Nox.
Yeah, Nox caught in an awful position there. He was just stood on the floor, just sort of looking at the soldiers behind him, completely didn't see the bomb coming in. And now Mix-Up can just chill out, you know, outside, guys. They've got 70%. Their bomb is going to come in, but Mike is nowhere near Harblu. He's going to get taken down by Seagull, just trying to cause a distraction. I don't really know exactly what he was doing there, but Bash emulating the Enigma. Emulating the Enigma engineer is just going to be setting up there. Hasn't worked so far, but for Mix-Up, but I don't know, maybe Bash has got some sneaky strats for the sentry spot that's going to work a lot better, but either way, we're going to see this Uber from Mix-Up. Looks like it's going to come in main. Enigma just spamming there as they rotate all the way around to top now, and they're going to come into that top right position. How well can the Pyro do? Not well at all. Tech goes down instantly. The heavy from Kylo is absorbing so much damage though. The sentry still hasn't gone down. They've got a player on the point though, and that's going to drive the heavy and demo down. If they get some good spam down, Mix-Up could clean this, but his frags are going either way at the moment easily, but Enigma's on the point. And it's going to be 4-2, and what, 6.5 minutes left? Easily time for Mix-Up to close this gap.
Yeah, and that was just such a good play from Enigma to go straight through water and just know that he can pull the heavies straight down onto that point. Really nice from him. Coming onto this middle though, Platinum's going to take out the big door rollout. He's going to put some damage down to the wall. War goes immediately down from a huge bomb from Seagull. he trades his life, but it doesn't matter. They've got that demo down. That's a huge pick. Mike jumps up. Is he going to be able to find anyone? No, he just runs into 5 players. He does manage to put some damage onto Pablo, and Kyler finishes him off. So there's no medic now for Mix-Up, but Nox is getting chased down by Squid. Once again, Squid's on 68 HP, 26 HP. Can Nox hit the arrow? Yes, he can! Oh! Nox! And that is huge. Mix-Up, they've got middle, but their medic of Nox stays alive. Epsi can defend.
Yeah, Mix-Up dominant that middle in just so many ways, but they just lost in the most crucial ways. That initial pressure from Mike forced Harblue down to the ground, but we just was met by Kyler and Bash, and then Nox with that clutch play at the end is going to survive. And it doesn't matter if they lose their whole team, because at the end of the day, they've got the Uber and they're going to be able to push back in. Nice trap from Platinum is going to take down Mike on that push in, so it might stun them a little bit, but they do have time to wait it out for Mike to spawn. But it looks like Seagull is going to try and instigate some aggression here. TLR again peeking around Choke, just seeing if they can get anything done. But it's really bad position. This point on Gullywash, especially if they push in, they could get flanked easily. They're going to go anyway there. The Uber comes in. They haven't picked up anything though. Harblue is dangerously close to Choke, catches a really nice surf. Is going to survive on 50 HP. And they've lost War and Tech. Nox needs to escape now. There's aggression coming in and Kyler doing a good job of distracting. He's actually run past everyone and is onto Harblue. He takes him down with his last shot. Kyler, incredible there. Completely jukes the whole Mix-Up team. Nox surviving as well. Once again, the medic plays in the favour of Epsilon, completely destroyed in every other aspect, but they're just making it count in the right areas.
And now with this fight over on second, Epsilon have got the heals to be able to defend this. Mike takes down Seagull, I think, with an air shot. I didn't quite catch that, but Bash also onto good. Now they're chasing him out. Choke, TLR's on 46 HP. He's out, but Epsilon are not going to leave him for long. They're chasing straight through with Bash, Mike, and War. And they're getting aggressive. They haven't seen the sticky trap so far. I think War's actually seen it. So, yeah, it does get blown up. Platinum gets pistol down, and now War finding Enigma. So, Mix-Up lost 4 out of that. They've just had 2 respawners up on their second point. But Epsilon aren't giving them the time of day. They're coming straight in through the big door, looking to get on that flank. So, they've seen Seagull. He's going to take a lot of damage from a bombing tech. And now, actually, Mix-Up have gone behind. They're out onto middle. They've got 4 players out on middle. Mike's up to defend it, and they're going to get sandwiched between Mike and War. This could be so dangerous for Mix-Up right now, unless they, frag Bash and then frag more people. TLR goes down. The Uber gets forced out of Nox though, and Mix-Up, they're running away from this. How did Harblue even get away from mid? He's in big doors now. What is going on?
Yeah, it's just Squid left alive, dancing on the point, taking too much focus. He's drawn the whole Epsilon team down onto the floor, and Mix-Up have the ability to get back in here. They've got the Uber and they've just popped it out. It's not going to get any frags though. I'm not sure why they popped it there. The rest of Epsilon were already out or already bound to die already. Nox is just going to survive and get out and have his Uber ready to build up back to push in again. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly how Harblue pushed in there, and I'm not sure why Epsilon just didn't go for their own back cap on the second point when Mix-Up ran to middle.
Yeah, they had players there to defend. Mike was still on middle. They could have blocked it even for only a few seconds. But now they're coming in. They're looking to defend once again. Platinum takes a ton of damage from Mike. And Enigma even goes down from Tech. So now War's just popping out the damage from up high, putting huge amounts of damage down. TLR is going to be going down as well. So Mix-Up, they're a little bit spread out.
I'm not sure why Mix-Up is so close. But Harblue is nowhere near his Uber, and they're just so close up against to taking this fight. Platinum's going to go down, Harblue's going to go down. That was complete miscalculation from Harblue there. They've got 2 players behind, hopefully going to cause a bit of a distraction, and it looks like hopefully a couple of Enigma's going to come through Choke, yeah, and try and cause a bit more distraction. But Epsilon have really clumped up well, and they're not going to lose any players, at least for now, and they should be looking to push onto middle. But Squid is still behind. I think Tech's going to try and chase him, but he's got a freestyle line onto Nox now. No one's seen him. Nox down to 20 HP. Can he land the final shot? Squid, yes. Really poor play by Epsilon there. They should have seen Squid coming so much, but they picked up frags in front anyway. Enigma and TLR also going down, but Harblue is safe and sound, and Platinum's loving arms, and he's going to be able to build up his own Uber. 10%, but Nox didn't even spawn yet, so they're going to have it enough to defend. Health is so weak on Epsilon right now. They're just going to have to get some health back. They can't hold this middle.
They don't need to. There's 1 minute 40 left on the clock, and it's 4-2.
Oh, they've got enough. Well, they need to push now. Mix-Up if they want to make this. It's still possible. Hashtag TCM. But we can still Tech going bombing him. He's not going to slow them down at all. He's not going to do his team any favors either. They really need to push at the moment. They can't be having time to survive on their point. They need to be sending half their team already onto second point. And Harblue does have advantage, but it's not enough of an advantage. The debt from Ward doesn't get anything, and Mix-Up are moving quickly onto 1 minute 13 left.
Tech
It's still
bombs in and
entirely
takes down
possible.
Harblue. That's
Takedowns
gonna
the
be the
Harblue.
break
They
pick that
need
they
to
need.
move now. They need to rely on their DM mix-up. They get 2 more frags. That's in exchange for the Harblue. They need to heal up. Where is Nox? He's out of position on Riverside. They need to get back to last. Nox and War as mix-up comes streaming in last. Nox is going to go down. They need to hold off as long as they can, Epsilon, but the health isn't good enough on mix-up to hold them off, I don't think. War is just there. And there's, what, 50 seconds now. This getting down to the bare time limit of how long it takes to catch around. And the heavy coming out from Tech now. I think this just might be the final straw in the coffin. And we might see Epsilon just about holding on to this 4-2 lead.
Yeah, I think they're going to be... Platinum's going to pipe down Mike, and Mix-Up looking like they want to come into sweep. They've met War in lobby. Can he take down Platinum? He's done a lot of damage, but he's going to have to back out now with 50 HP. Goes down to 5 from an arrow from Harblue. So close to getting that frag, but with 20 seconds left, Epsilon have won their second map, and they're going to bring it to a third map.
Yeah, it's going to be Viaduct here as we see the demo jump in just for the end Platinum. Boosting Tech's damage, that's on the heavy as he juggles the demo, then juggles the soldier. Nice play from Tech. Might see some more of that on Viaduct if they opt for that kind of play. But basically we're just reaching the end of this now. A dominant map by Epsilon in the end. I mean, it was 1-1 for so long throughout that stage, but Epsilon just picked up a couple of rounds when they had the momentum, and that's how it's going to finish. 4-2 in the end to Epsilon.
Yeah, that was so close, and such a good map. I'm excited for this third map. We're going to Viaduct, right?
I'm scared for the EUs, baby. Americans have always been stronger on Viaduct. They've always played it more. But Epsilon were so dominant yesterday. Hopefully we can see more of that momentum from that last map carry through to this. But I mean, as much as I hate to say it, Epsilon do look shaky.
Yeah, I mean, Viaduct's all about how much damage a demo can put out. I mean, we've got War on one side, who yesterday was putting out huge amounts of damage, and I noticed you've just picked up the logs here, and he's still doing it as well. So he's out damaging
12k
Platinum
damage
by
there from War. Insane work. Platinum just up behind him. No obvious glaring errors. Sort of nicely arranged, actually. We've got the demo showing the damage at the top of the scoreboard, followed by the 4 soldiers, followed by the 4 scouts. No one really sort of underperforming or making any glaring errors, and I think both teams just played really well in general. Like Epsilon actually got their teamwork down this time though, and they managed to pick up rounds when they needed to, but a lot tougher than I guess they'd hoped. And we're probably going to go for a 5 minutes break or something. I know last time Mix-Up just took a second outside. Last time Mix-Up just took a second outside to recalculate their thoughts, and I'm guessing they'll want to do the same now, especially as they come into this final map to determine who's going to go through to the upper bracket final to face off against 4G. Lose is going to go down and probably face one of the teams coming up, and then maybe in the end come up against IM, but neither of these teams will want to go against that route. Sideshow wants to shout out to Aegar. I'm not going to give it to him. That's the shout out he's going to get. But he's going to have to come back in a couple of minutes. Hopefully going to have Atmo send us some music. And we're going to come back for the third map in this best of 3.